Hey guys, can you hear me? If you can hear me, I'm tracking this object that floated by the moon. It's the little black dot on the center of the screen. If you can see it. I'm just standing away from the computer right now. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm just tracking this thing as the maximum settings. I was waiting for the moon. It drifted right under the moon like this little black object. And I was like, man, I gotta hit the screen and go live. So it's dead center of your screen. It's really hard to see, but I got the settings all maxed out. Let me know if you can see it at all. I've been tracking it for like a few minutes, I guess, yeah, a couple of minutes. I'm gonna leave the music off for a second so y'all can hear me. Let me know if you can see this thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to keep it steady and the frame rate's really slow, so if I turned it down anymore, I couldn't see it at all. I can do a contrast boost later on, maybe. I got the filter system right here. Let's see what I can do. Now that got all jank, man. God. I mean, you can see it right there. It's like an asteroid probably, right? Satellite would be glowing at this point. I guess I'll turn down the color so we don't get all that nasty junk from the color. Push it top right corner and let it drift across the screen without moving it for a second. Pointed southeast, about south right now. All right, there we go. Let's take a look. You can see it going from top right. Mind you, I mean, it's real time, but it's also like the slowest aperture, so it's almost like in slow motion. It's like barely any frames per second. It's definitely there. The chat doesn't look different to me, y'all. But let me see. Looks like same old chat. Moving like a flea. Yeah, like usually satellites would be glowing at this point. It was near the moon a while ago. I mean, it's pretty nuts. I've always wanted to capture an asteroid. I guess like that's what it looks like. Even considering it's like it's freaking hazy out still and cloudy. I can't even believe that I'm capturing this. It's just kind of mind blowing. What's up, Vicky? What's up, Billionaire? I have the chat window open next to the stream. Mary, how you doing? Ellie, what's going on? It's really tough to see right now, so I'm trying to focus. Vicky, you see this thing that I'm tracking? What's up, Dagger Spells? I don't know. Like I said, satellite I feel would be shining at this point. I was looking at the moon, getting ready to stream, and then remember I had this old video, drifty flyby, hazy flyby next to the moon, like a black object kind of drifted by the moon ages ago, like 2 years ago. This looks like that. And I was like, holy fuck, I need to start recording. And then I hit record and I was like, let me go live too. So I've been tracking this since the start of the stream. And hopefully somebody can like give us some data on it. I'm gonna keep tracking it. It's like going real slow. I mean, gosh. No satellites take this long, really, unless it's like, I guess, but a geostationary satellite, even that. So fascinating. Is it? I don't know, like, which settings would be better, honestly. Look at the center of the screen, Vicky. It'll appear like a tiny little black dot, almost like a flea against the background. It's like dead center right now. I mean, there's definitely clouds too. Yeah, the bug in the cam would have been gone ages ago. I'm going to try and see if contrast will work. Hope you guys see it now. I'm just toying with the contrast. I don't know if you're going to make it out on a small screen, to be honest. And, I mean, I'm certain I can see it, so I think I'm going to stay on this shot. I hope you guys are not too bored with it if it looks like clouds, but I'm almost certain that I'm seeing this object. I'm trying to keep it centered, so it's not always in the same place. I mean, I'm trying to keep it, in center, so it is in the same place, sorry. A zit, I don't know if it's a zit. Trying to figure out, like, what it is, but man, it's ever so faint. Now I've lost it. No, I got it. It's center of the screen, man. It's just like, I mean, I'm noticing it because I'm right up close to a 4K monitor. I'm really, like, excited by the prospect of having tracked this, so I'm just going to keep at it for a sec. I think that might have been it. Might have lost it at that point. Where am I? Yeah, I think that's it. No. Yeah, that was fucking gnarly, man. That was fucking crazy. Alright. It's really, yeah, definitely not an insect, guys, or bug or anything like that. You can check the absolute start of the stream, and you'll see it like kind of passing from the moon's glow, and it's pretty noticeable. It's likely a meteorite or maybe it's a comet. No, it can't be. Or space junk. But yeah. Anyway, that was that. Let's get some tunes going. It's your green window and your violet lips that your chestnut hair with some courage. It's a 9 to 5, baby, kill Yo, what's up, y'all? So, just had to calm down for a second. And I got really excited because, it just looked so cool passing by the moon. It took me by surprise. I leapt into action. What's going on with everybody in the chat room? Hope some of y'all saw it. I'll definitely edit this footage and hit up that contrast. You'll definitely be able to see what I saw, at least in the beginning. I say hi to everybody, Dagger, Ellie, Mary, Vision, Vicky. What's up, Paul Soika? How you doing? Sorry you couldn't see it. It was really, really small and it was black actually. And you can see the haze against the moon, so the whole sky is covered with this haze. I can't even believe I saw it at all. But I'm certain there was something. Definitely not a bug. So if you guys know, like sometimes sometimes I have the trees in front of the moon. Things that are close are completely blown out in magnification. They never look really tiny. So a bug on the lens or on the camera would never appear like a tiny sharp dot. It would always be almost invisible because of the magnification, especially if the moon is in focus. Maybe you guys were joking about the bugs. Sorry, taking it a little too seriously. Billionaire My Matrix, what's going on? I think you saw it. So it looks like a flea. Yeah, it definitely looked like a little flea. And satellites, for a second I thought it might have been a satellite as it passed under the moon and it was dark, but then satellites would definitely shine. They kind of have that glow. So, not sure. Yeah, so the weather says clear, and it says partly cloudy, but just go away, clouds. I want some Lunar tonight. Need some of that healing. Finally got a map up, and so I won't be guessing anymore about the craters and the features. Hopefully tonight it'll get clear and we can finally do like a serious tour, close up and wide, with correct names, etc., and sizes. And not just that, like I have little descriptions for each of them, and it's just I finally got this Lunar Atlas thing working on this computer. It just took forever. Got all the drivers and whatnot, so. Tell me about you guys. How was your day today? August 21st. Not bad today for me. Got a bunch of stuff done. Could have done more. I was just like eager to get into the stream tonight. Just setting up and cleaning up and backing up some files. Lots and lots of files. Oh, I didn't do any of the work. It just, it loads up all these different features I've just been researching. But we'll see. It's going to be cool to kind of just be able to pinpoint certain regions and go in and label everything, or at least tell you guys what they are. Got some really, really dark coffee. The last of the smokes. Should hit up the contrast here though, get a little more detail. I know it's going to clear in a little bit. I think the moon's coming in hard with Mars and Saturn in tow, pulling all that kind of, all those clouds with it. Had a nice view of Venus earlier, but I lost it quick. It's pretty. What's up, Tom? How you doing? Says first decent weather, so good, awesome. Mary says great day here. TY. Welks. Yeah, it's moving through. Let's get it. So what I love about this atlas, it gives you like dimensions, etc., observation position, but it also gives you these things where it says interest, very interesting formation, or you know, and what telescope took that shot. So it's really cool because I feel like we can test against all of the features that we feel are really interesting and see. I mean, I assume some of them are already, but there are a lot of other ones that I feel I've glossed over just because it would have been impossible to find the name of. Especially like that chicken claw, the Montes Tenerife and Montes Recti area. They call that that area that looks like a word, or like interest exceptional formation, and they give you the exact period of time to view it. But then of course you have these things like geological period, and they're like, oh, it's about 3.8 billion years old. Complete guess with question marks. So mystery's open, but hoping to get some clear shots tonight. There was another earthquake today, a 7.2 I was reading about. I think it was somewhere near north of Venezuela. Northern Venezuela, yeah. Doesn't see any, I don't see any damages just yet, but hopefully everybody's okay. It looks like it's on the coast. Kind of makes me want to check all the magnetics and the space weather. I haven't done that today. Yo, what's up, Mo P? Nice to see you. Let's all think about battling those clouds away. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, all's doing well. Doing okay over here. Oh, Mary, you sent me this thing. You said, what is VLF? I'm not sure exactly. VLT is the scope. VLT is a sandwich. Let's get some, let me see what that was. Mary, sometimes I don't get those links, actually. Let me see. VLF pulls up some really random stuff. Let's see, Ben Hex Essential, Disruptive Space Weather Linked to Human Activity, Coast to Coast, Harp Rings. Yeah, I'm not sure. No, I didn't say 13.2, just 7.2, but Vision is saying 7.3. I think it's just coming in. I'm just glancing over at the weather stuff. Whoa, got another thing? Jeez. That must have been a bird, right? Let me check that in the stream. I'm a little bit ahead of you guys. You'll see this dive-bombing little bird. Maybe it was a bird, probably. Oh, very low frequency. Variable light frequency. Y'all see that? Yeah, I haven't read about that variable light frequency, if that's what it was, or very low frequency. What is it in relation to, if I may ask? OP says, damn microphone, sorry I'm smoking a good one, can't type. Black Lab says hi. What's up, Black Lab? Vision says, the quake was at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Definitely clearing up a little bit. Vicky, you're saying no earthquakes mean very low frequency? I'm really not sure. I guess earth resonance or earth tectonic movement? I'm not sure exactly what you guys are talking about, to be honest. Okay, right, that makes sense. Thanks, Vicky. Vicky says earthquakes deep in the ground emit very low frequency, VLF. All right, that makes sense. I haven't looked into that very much. But I will. Pull it up in a tab over here, read about it for a second. Sounds like an Afro-jazz group from Nigeria. I would definitely listen to Deep Earth Movement. They toured. I'm not sure how it relates to the moon, Mary. I wonder if there are things like moonquakes. I feel like there might be. It's hard to tell. Vicky says we have earthquakes 600 feet below the surface of Earth. Jaw drop, smiley face. What is that? Blushing, gah, or arg. Deciphering emojis is a nightly task. I mean, I would assume that it relates to sun and magnetism. I just don't want to randomly say things that I don't know for sure. But I bet Suspicious Observers has sorted out some real detail on what was going on with the solar wind and the solar maximum. I feel like I'm a little out of focus, so I'm gonna go check that out. So, just getting back to this. Got my little guitar going. Yeah, so glad you went back and took a look at that thing, Tarot, Venus. And Vision says, was it moving the whole time? Yes, definitely. It wasn't geostationary, that's for sure. Otherwise, it would have been much slower. It was moving at a fair pace, but not like ISS pace or like satellite pace, like much slower. Like, I mean, I want to say it's like one of those satellites that's supposed to be 10,000 miles up. Possibly a Lagrange, like million miles out satellite. And I guess that would be not glowing, possibly, because it's that far away. I mean, it was moving in a steady, at a steady clip, and also at a steady angle. I want to say like a satellite moving, but when it crossed under the moon, I mean, I wish I'd been recording honestly a little bit sooner, because I saw a full shot of it appearing from the right side of the moon and then passing it, and literally it grabbed me, and I missed it. I mean, I hadn't been recording, so I literally hit record right after it, and I caught the tail of it passing. And I think I can definitely isolate at least a few frames that look like they're noticeable. I know a lot of y'all saw it, but I think like I can string together a bunch of it. I'll try and do that for tomorrow. I think is a little better than yesterday's version. So that's 3 in a row, getting that song down finally. There's so many different layers to it, so I have a tough time like picking the note to go to. So I hear it right, and I'm about to pick the right one, then I just like try and shift, and I was flat on the chorus. But that's how it goes. A little more practice, and it'll get perfect. And as I play that, the moon listened. Hello, moon. What's up, Lady Nightmare? Mary says, what guitar do I play? I play an LTD custom with twin humbuckers. So it's like an Ibanez Fender shape with a Gibson sound, like a mixed hybrid guitar. Dina says, is there any way I can enhance the thing with editing? I think I can, for sure. Because OBS doesn't really have the, like the Photoshop, like levels. It has gamma and contrast and brightness, but not really levels, which can adjust certain level, like measures of black and gray. So I think I can definitely pull out at least a few seconds of continuous footage that looks clear enough to see. Hypercubed Fairy says, I don't think the moon is natural. That's one way to look at it. And, then I ask you, like, what's unnatural and what's natural? Are you wrong? I don't know. Maybe it's an artificial satellite. But, I mean, it looks like stuff we see on Earth. And if it's a much higher, it's like an intelligent race that is covering their spacecraft with cement-looking iron and titanium soil, and that looks like craters from electrical arcing, that might be possible. Listen, I mean, it's a fucking weird thing to have a moon, excuse my language. I never made any bones about that. The moon and the sun and existing at all is pretty crazy. So I'm not against wild theories on existence, but it seems like the moon is this natural type of object that exists in the solar system, along with things like Jupiter looks crazy, looks like a different type of thing. Earth looks like a different thing. Venus and Saturn. I mean, you can imagine what I'm talking about. It's easy to deduce if you just kind of take it all. Just even if you go through like my channel is like so tiny. In the span of time, in my life it's an important thing, but like in the span of time in all astronomy, it's like a little morsel. But even just looking at some of my videos, you can see all the different planets and their configurations from Earth, and you can make your own deductions. So after a long time looking at the moon, the amount of technology it would take for that to be a spacecraft is so beyond my conceptual understanding that I'm more impressed than scared. Show me how it's done. That's fucking amazing. But it's more likely that the moon is some sort of object that forms in the solar system, and it could be hollow. It could be, rock all the way through, like porous rock. It could have like a molten core and just have such a configuration that we can't tell. It could be full of water. There are a lot of different ideas about the moon. Nothing is really settled. A lot of people will tell you it's settled, but it doesn't seem settled when you look up the concepts. Like, why does this formation exist? Scientists baffled by blah, blah, blah. Scientists puzzled by blah, blah, blah. Scientists need to go back to the drawing board for blah, blah, blah. But then you have the politicians who are like, oh, yep, been to the moon, done that. Why would we go back to the moon? That's stupid. Let's go to Mars. So it's this weird cognitive dissonance, crazy zone. It's a totally insane place looking at space online. I know that you're watching my show, but I'm doing this to watch space myself, in a way. Like, there's really not much else that seems interesting anymore. Great music and astronomy. I mean, especially the moon that's just there. It's like crazy. It's the offering of a lifetime. Vision agrees with me. The fact that we're even here is pretty odd. I mean, yeah, if you talk about natural or unnatural, like how the hell do we exist? Like these super advanced machine things. Am I wrong? Awesome, I'll go check it out. Lots of emojis of animals. Andrew Johnson, don't get baited. No, I'm not baited. I'm just having fun. I feel like today, I feel like we're all one. Who was talking about it? I think I went back to Alan Watts for a while. Always does the same thing. He had such a great mellifluous laugh. Just always feel a comfort, even though I've heard them a million times. But he said something about how like we're just, lenses for the Godhead, and we all just have this life that passes through each and every one of us. So we're just a perspective on this one life. And so natural, unnatural, crazy, not crazy, flat, round, hollow, racetrack, infinity, Mobius, non-existent, Big Bang, infinite. All of it, does it really matter? Just think about it. When you do think about it, you're distracted and you're not feeling. But when you watch and you listen, you can vibrate. So I'm not getting baited, I'll bite. Just having a conversation, right? Visions are odd, right? Will ever be beautiful, ever feel like a little reptilian boy? Just want to be a human. Rather be an android. Why do I feel like androids don't think like that? I don't know what androids think, really. We are one fun. I'm just tired of feeling my blood pumping, my heart beating, and the needing to swallow saliva. I don't think you have to work on that. That happens just automatically. Or just be one with your system. I mean, appreciate how incredible it is that your body just runs without you having to work on it. Selling your soul to hell, becoming one of the Borg, Salton, froggy slugs is death. Now you're tripping out, man. All right, I'm trying to get this, come back, moon. I feel like it is clearing. Come to the clear. take a little break, go get a drink. It's taken its sweet time to get clear tonight. I feel like patience will pay off. You can see it. I'm going to adjust to default settings, see how hazy it is. It's right smack dab next to Saturn. Just picking up a song over here. What shall we play? Done some Russian metal.
Storm is coming, baby. And everyone who knows, you knows, you knows, you knows, you knows you best. We'll float, formidable opponent. Angry crackpot, formidable opponent. Dangerous lecture, formidable opponent. You can walk out, formidable opponent. Think you had the choice. Formidable opponent, angry crackpot, formidable opponent, dangerous lecture, formidable opponent, you can walk out, formidable opponent, think you have the choice. Float, the moon is calling, a souvenir, as soon as rescue, a retourner. Left fixing the phone, mixing your liquids, now you're left for dead, just pay your debts. Float, the moon is calling, a souvenir, as soon as rescue, a retourner. Left fixing the phone, mixing your liquids, now you're left for dead. Just pay your debts. Float, the moon is calling. A souvenir, as soon as rescue. A retourner. Left fixing the phone, mixing your liquids, now you're left for dead. Just pay your debts.
fire bait, but I couldn't see the edge of the cliff. I took a few steps back and I slipped. Hey, now I'm falling. I'm going adrift.
Different ways, suffering days. I can't even remember my own name. I was the one who holds the silver keys, but the truth is, God, you were the one who wanted to slay the beast, and it's all around you. I was the one who ever holds the key, but the truth is, God, you were the one who said you'd slay the beast, and it's all around you. I was the one who holds the silver keys, but the truth is, God, you were the one who wanted to slay the beast, and it's all around you. same. Kick down your foot to the looking glass rider, and it opened up my door, walking down that rabbit hole. Is it you I see there, high above the battle road? Morning waits for no one. Oh, you're just a stranded wave on the edge of my frequency. Your particles misbehave and breaking down finally. Your mind now has come of age. The sequence is inside of me. Push your eyes down through the looking glass spiders and open up your hole, rocking down that rabbit hole. Is it you I see there, high above the battle road? Morning waits for your goal. Is it you I see there, high above the battle road? Morning waits for
Is that better? There we go. What's up, my peeps? Yep. So, it's a little clearer, but I feel like there's like this thick yellow haze going down. It's pretty gnarly. Man, my brain melted earlier, to be honest. Jeez. How you guys doing out there? No, I feel like there's, I'll check the weather real quick. It looks like it's getting clearer. This is mostly clear, yeah, well at midnight at 1. Vision was talking about some peppers, jalapenos, jalapenos and habaneros. Cayenne is one of them too, two different paths. Yeah, man, I like peppers. I used to grow some. Just a lot of different types of jalapenos, and used to make like, used to cook a lot. Now I cook kind of just as needed. Funky yellow haze. You know, y'all, I think I might take a little intermission, go get some food. I feel like I'm like totally toast over here, and I feel like there's a lot more, like the moon is still high up in the sky. Where is it? And especially if it's getting clearer, that's cool. Whoa, Stellarium's got meteors. So what do we got? We got a 10.8 day old moon at 83.7% illuminated right now, and 38 degrees altitude. Yeah, so has a good amount of time. Straddled by Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter's setting. I don't think we can see that. I don't know. I feel like I got some energy, but I got yeah, I just got a real hankering for some, like a full meal right now. I'm just thinking about cooking it and everything. I don't know, I could leave the stream going, but let me see how long it's been. It's been an hour 40. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little break, y'all. And especially if it's clear around 12:30, I'll get back on. So thank you guys. If I don't, I'll definitely see you tomorrow as the crow flies. Peace, Ellie, Awake, Viz, Vision, and Vicky, Dee Dee, if you're in the background. Everybody else, catch you soon. All right.
Shining through the crazy dagger,